Hey everyone. Um, this week I was originally going to do a video on Durarara, but there was a much more pressing matter that I just had to talk about. You may have heard about it or read about it from the Rooster Teeth statement going around, but Rooster Teeth's team member and the creator of Ruby, Monty Oum, passed away this last Sunday. I wanted to make a video that was a tribute to him, his life, and his work, which has influenced and inspired so many people over the years, including myself. So first, I have some quotes and statements from his fans, photographers, and cosplayers who either met him or just really appreciated his work. The first from Cosfo Photography, she met Monty last year at the NYCC after party, and she said, "I only ever got to meet Monty once, but he was a great guy who did amazing things that brought people together. I have made so many friends through the Ruby community, and I hope it continues to grow into something Monty would be proud of." Next, I have from I Am Photography, who was a big fan of his. As early as 2007, he had already made quite an impression, given that he had learned most, if not all, of his animation talent on his own and not in school. I believe Monty was a factor in my push to learn photography on my own, that we are in control of our own destiny as far as art goes. It's so sad to see such an inspired and invigorated artist leave us so soon. He had such an incredible lust for life and art, and that's something we could look up to. Next, I have a statement from All Fired Up Cosplay, who cosplays Lee Ren from Ruby. "What drew me to Lee Ren is the type of person he is. I find his personality and traits very similar to my own, which is why I felt the need to cosplay him. Once I found out that the creator of this show, Monty Oum, voiced him, I actually felt that I was embodying Monty's persona from the show." A group of cosplayers from Blood, Sweat, and Hot Glue Cosplay, who cosplay Ruby and Yang from Ruby, said, "Monty Oum's creative mind had a huge influence on each of us individually. It honestly broke our hearts when we heard the news. At first, one of us thought the story was fake because they really couldn't believe that he had passed. It really reminds us how precious life is and how we need to make the most of it each day. We're really going to miss him, and I guarantee every time we put on our Ruby and Yang costume, we will remember Monty." Next, I have from Rise Spirits Art, who met Monty about 2 years ago at a convention in Australia. He said, "I was at my art stall, and Monty and Jordan from Rooster Teeth came up to me and we had a nice chat. It felt like one of those surreal senpai noticed me moments. Monty was a very nice guy. He even bought one of my Zelda artworks. When we parted ways, we encouraged each other to continue doing what we do best. I kind of wish we could have worked together one day. He was an inspiration for sure. His love for his work and his passion really makes you want to work extra hard to achieve your goals. It was an honor to have met him." And finally, Yasha Fluff, who cosplays Weiss from Ruby, exemplified many fans' feelings when she said, "Please rest in peace, Monty Oum. To your fans, as long as your art is alive, then you will always be with us." In their press release, Rooster Teeth asked fans that they simply do something creative and use their imagination to make the world a better place in any way that they can. For example, Rise Spirits Art will be working on a Ruby fan art as a tribute to Monty, so if you're interested, you could go check that out on his page. All of the cosplay, art, and photography pages that I just mentioned will be linked in the info below. In addition, there's an ongoing Google Docs memorial where fans have been sending their hearts out to Monty, so if you want to check that out, that'll be in the info also. And I think that there's no better way to appreciate Monty than to celebrate his life. So a little bit about Monty's life work. He gained fame in 2007 after releasing his film Haloid, which had Samus from Metroid against Master Chief from Halo, and that video got more than 4 million views, which is just amazing. The same year, in October, he released the series Dead Fantasy, which is, nostalgia for a lot of people who have been keeping up with him since then. In 2008, Monty was hired by Namco Bandai Games as a combat designer and animator for the series Afro Samurai. And in 2009, he met Bernie Burns and they discussed teaming up, and he ended up working for Rooster Teeth in 2010. As of 2012, he announced that he was going to be the creator and lead animator for the latest series, RWBY, and that was released July of 2013. In 2014, RWBY won 2 awards from the Streamy Awards and the International Academy of Web Television, both for Best Animated Series. And the series got so popular that there was even a fan adaptation video game titled RWBY Grim Eclipse, which Rooster Teeth later adopted and started developing. What's really cool is that RWBY is being dubbed by Warner Bros. Home Entertainment Japan, and they plan on releasing a Blu-ray and DVD in 2005, which would make RWBY the first time an American-produced anime-style series has been marketed in Japan, which is just outrageous. Like, that's how popular, that's how good this series is, and that's how great Monty's work is. So on February 1st, RWBY was released to Netflix. So if you haven't seen it, you should go check it out, and if you have seen it, maybe you want to watch it again. You know, personally, I love the characters. I love the development. If I had to explain RWBY to someone who'd never seen it or heard about it before, I would say that it's got an animation and character fashion sense that reminds me of Kingdom Hearts meets like a very basic Harry Potter plot. So you've got a gamey animation with really cool outfits and new weapons and great attitudes and character development, and then these characters they go to a school and they get separated into teams and they have to work together, and there's an impending evil coming that's going to ruin the whole world if they don't save it. And that's basically what you learn in season 1 of RWBY. But there's a lot more cool stuff along the way. I've been working on a Blake cosplay since season 1. I haven't finished it, but I really want to, and I know that a lot of my fellow cosplayers feel the same way. They're driven to finish these cosplays so that they can represent Monty and his life's work. So what'll be the future of RWBY? Well, no one really knows. There had been talk of a season 3, but it was such a sudden tragedy that everyone's still pretty shocked and grieving, so only time will tell. So thanks for watching. I know that I'll never forget about Monty Oum, and hopefully neither will you. We love you, Monty.